Good evening, Tucson. Hello, everyone. So Father keeps placing this on my mind, right? He keeps showing it to me. So so my daughter was in middle school, and it was right like when I first got here. Year? Maybe, yeah, I think it was about a year. And I go into my first GED class. And it's a small building. It's on the, it's kind of like Midtown a little bit. And so, everyone's cool, and I have a slight comprehension, so I get extra test time and have to be in a quiet place to take my test. So, it's like halfway into the school year, and I needed to take some tests. And I was late, I think, 10, 15 minutes, I can't remember. And so, the acting person, I want to call him a principal, but I don't think he had that title specifically. But he refused to give me the private room, and then he was rude to me. I was standing my ground because I have what I need to have my accommodations met, and the first thing that the Lord's showing me was all the people that I was in class with. All of them are all lined up on the glass, and they're like doubling each other to see what's going on because they know something's wrong. I'm not raising my voice, but he was. So Father gives me tools sometimes when he knows things are coming, because whenever I ask for something, I'm always shut down constantly. When I know my rights, I have rights. Especially as a student, I'm shut down. I'm mistreated. And it's weird. It's like, okay. So my favorite book that I saved for last is this one. It's called A Bully in a Relationship. And this book, with the movie The Color Purple, the part where he was going to abuse that lady again, and the other lady stepped up and said, no, you're not going to do that again. It's like an empowering. It helped me, because when I read that book and then watched that movie, it gave me the power to speak up for myself. But it wasn't rude to him or anything, and I just let him do what he was going to do. And then I went right to the dean, and I was reinstated within 24 hours. And I don't know what happened to him, but he never apologized to me. So I did talk about it a little bit in one of my past videos. And I told him I understood why he couldn't apologize. That pride is really hard to bite on. You know what I'm saying? So, but it didn't matter. It did not bother me what he did. It did at the time, and my classmates were all affected by it. They couldn't believe he even did it. Couldn't believe he even went there. So a lot of people lost respect for him, and I'm real sorry that happened. But that's not what I was expecting. And I told everyone, forgive, because he's not worth it. He's not worth it. And then the second time he had me read the book and then watch the movie. So The Bully in a Relationship is written by Anne-Renee Testa, PhD. Her husband at the time she was married to was real abusive, and she became an advocate for anyone who was being pushed around like that. But that book came really handy in people who abuse their power of authority, and my dad. So like I said, my dad's a hitter. Like, he's a reactor first. So he did something he shouldn't have. And I stood my ground on that. I told him I'll put you in jail. I'm in my 50s, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Well, at the time I was in my 40s. But I'm like, who are you? Like, don't give anyone that kind of power. Ever. I don't give a crap who they are. No one has the right to put their hands on you. Nobody. You can beat yourself all day long, but no one else has that right to do it to you. I don't care who it is. No one has the right to disrespect you. In a workplace, especially in a school setting, get to know their rules, read their handbook, and don't take it. Do not put up with any of that. That book is when I got that book out of a library, I've given probably 1,050 of those books for free. Here you go. I have no problem passing out these books. I've done it 100 times. I would do it 1,000,000 times over if I have to. I get really fired up about abuse because I've had it happen to me in so many different ways, shapes, and forms. It's ridiculous. Anytime I wanted something I needed, no. But this is the weird part too. This is what I don't understand. They have rules, right? When I went to work in a call center, we don't follow those 100%. Why do you put them on paper if you don't follow them? I don't understand. A lot of people don't follow through with things because they're going to abuse. And they know it. So if you get real relaxed with people, I think that's what happens. They get to know you and boom, pounce. And guess who's gonna be all over? Guess who's gonna take control over you, like a puppet? Gotta really watch what you do, and what you give. I tell a lot of people all the time, read a book, and give that story as your life. I do, because I can't tell you how many people share their personal business with people that's known their business. Every time I see it or hear it, I just start praying for them because the abuse is going to start soon. It's crazy. When the first week I started with this company, I took one of the girls home to meet my family. And I would give her rides all the time. Her and another person. She didn't know me from Adam. But she had lots to say. I'm sure she did, because I know it started with her. What do you call it? Backstabbing. And I had said it to somebody out there. I'm like, this all started with her. And he told me, he said, yeah, we told her, it's cool, just calm down, blah, blah, it's going to get better. Well, it doesn't get better because no way in heck would I put myself back in that situation. I'm 58 years old. You learn the first time. But for me, it took a little bit longer, It took a couple times. But I don't need to do that anymore. I know right away. It just cracks me up so bad. They say that rejection is protection. But it does hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurts to be rejected. I understand that. But when you know someone's bad and it's going to get uglier, just to separate yourself. And I did. I became that loner. I had the one guy, but I just didn't want anybody to hurt him or mistreat him. So I just isolated myself. It's just better. And he saw and witnessed everything. But it was hurtful. Because the only thing I asked was not to be around that person. Because she threatened me. And I didn't like that. I'm my own person. I think for myself. No one thinks for me. And so, but that book empowered me when I needed it, in The Color Purple. So anyone out there who's being abused, please don't take it. There are so many hotlines, so many places that can help you. And I know it's not easy leaving because I've been there. Not once, not twice, 3, 4 times I've been there. And my daughter's, her daddy took me 9 times. But my kids I chose. And now my children, I can replace the man, but I can't replace my children. And I didn't want nobody raising them. Because I hear that foster care was a very scary place. A lot of bad things happen in both countries. So I didn't want that for my children. I love my kids more than you could. There's no, I love God more first. I love myself and I love my children. My children are everything to me. And I don't care how old they are, and I don't care if they like me or not. They will always have that special place in my heart. Always. Peace and God bless.